I've spent more time in gay bars than most gay men, and I'm straight. And gay culture has taught me more about identity, masculinity, and confidence than anything growing up. Welcome to Straight Talk and Gay Culture. I'm Luke Holbrook. I'm a straight guy that accidentally stumbled into Chicago's Boys Town in my early 20s, and I worked as a bartender. I worked in drag show bars. I worked in performances of drag show bars for 10 years, where I met some of the coolest people, built some of the best friendships, and learned so much about the art of not giving a fuck about what people think about you. This podcast is going to be sharing those experiences and having conversations that bridge the straight and gay culture. So I grew up in a small town where there was no gay culture at all. I think there was maybe one token gay in the entire high school. And then I moved to Chicago when I was 18 for college and was exposed to so much more. 2 years later, a guy asked me to spot him at the gym, surprise, surprise, and we became really good friends. 6 months after that, the start of that friendship, he told me, hey, by the way, it's my birthday. It's in the gay neighborhood of Chicago. If you're not cool with that, don't come. And I never even knew that he was gay, to be honest. And I was like, okay, let's see what this is about. We met tons of cool gay men. We were force-fed shots, willingly, of course, and we ended up with our shirts off, getting more attention than we've ever gotten in our entire lives. It got me a security job at the door. So I'd literally just stand out front of a minibar and ID people coming in. And even though like the pay, I think I made like $100 a night, right? But back in 2014, that's good money. Everybody coming in would have to meet me and talk to me. I'm a 21-year-old guy that has somewhat of a network in Chicago that was local to the campus, but now I'm expanding my network into all of Chicago through the gay neighborhood, right? Where you know the gays have all the connections of everything fun. And that led to me bartending house parties. That led to me bartending in gay fashion clothing stores in my underwear. And I was always the mentality of like, hey, if I just don't feel physically abused and my boundaries are in an okay place, I really do not care. Like I am down to meet whoever, I'm down to be in whatever situation. And I just really embraced not caring what people thought. And even as things started to get posted on social media, I think my dad at one point was, hey, Luke, are you gay now? Over time, my perception towards the gay community and what it was about, I never really had one much before, but the real thing that changed within me was exposing myself in a bit of an uncomfortable way through social media as to being involved with the gay community as a straight person. Because growing up, especially in a small town, I'm gonna be honest, like the gay community and gays were really demonized on. Like they were really, it was like, even to this day, sometimes it said like, oh, that's gay, like, or you're gay. And it was a connotation of a huge insult. So I think there's a lot of conflict for men growing up that are gay and for straight men being perceived as gay as a huge negative thing. And I think it really internally guts people a lot, especially if like their family's religious and hardcore demonizes it, right? In the straight world, like we're very stoic, men aren't supposed to be emotional, and it leads to these very isolated feelings of relationships. It's very, very tough for a straight young man. And in the gay community, they are chastised when they're younger, they're demonized in religions, and they've just had a really hard go in a lot of areas, right? So I think having conversations that bridge these two cultures and would expose the straight world and community to what the reality is and what the reality should be or could be in the future between gay and straight men, and how great of a connection that we can have, because gay men are super open, they're very kind-hearted, they're very vulnerable, and they're much more open to that emotional connection and deeper conversation. And I made a post describing something that I had dealt with for 10 years of people assuming I was gay because I was working in the gayborhood and shirtless most of the time. And you realize that in the post itself, like I really don't care. At the end of the day, I didn't care if people thought I was gay or not because it didn't change my actual sexuality, right? So that post went viral on Instagram. It's still generating traction. And it got me to realize, like, why did this go so viral? And inspired me to create this podcast now, because I think there needs to be more of that authentic conversation about sexuality and it being more open, as well as crossbreeding the straight and gay culture. So I'm going to have conversations with my gay friends, with gay clients, with trans women, the drag performers, and anybody else that can contribute to the overall bridging of these cultures and just helping out. If you like this idea and you like this podcast, go ahead and share it with somebody and DM me any topic within this that you'd like me to talk about, or anybody you would like me to invite to come on and have a conversation with. I'm just getting started with this. I think this is a really cool mission, and we'll see where it goes.